Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, down to your Fortescue first grade clash of the week. We're down here at Allen Park, the Boneyard for Associates, coming up against Cottesloe. I'm here with Mitch Hardy. I'm Nick Neary. How are you, Mitch?
Yeah, really nice to be down at Allen Park this afternoon, Nick. Looking forward to this Premier Grade clash this afternoon between Associates and Cottesloe. Best of Perth Club Rugby right here live on YouTube, plus NITV, replayed on Sundays. So really looking forward to this afternoon's match. There's going to be some really good key matchups right across the park. Two of the best teams in the comp going head-to-head in the battle for Broome Street.
Yeah, correct there. There's a couple big matchups today. I'm looking mainly at the captain, Tobias Hoskins, at 12, up against young Willie Godwin.
Yeah, that should be a really good clash in the midfield. The centre pairing there of Hoskins and Haining up against Godwin and Veneer should be a really interesting tussle. Also up front in the top 5 should be a really big clash there with Cottesloe, Reggie Churchwood, Terrell Berryman and Kaiser Reedy as the front row for Cottesloe. Hugh Hupperts and Ben Grant at locks. That top 5 for Cottesloe are going to have a real tight tussle on their hands today, and they're going to have to get their set piece right, Cott, to get over the top of Soaks. In the back row for Cott, O'Sullivan, Kalis and Masson. Really good tussle for them in the back row as well. Kalis comes in at 7. Masson's been having a really great season so far. Parks and Caleb Young. Parks is a really smart footballer. Young's kicking game's going to have to come to the fore today. Blackburn and Bishop on the wings. As I said, Hoskins are Haining in the centres and Jack McDermott at the back for Cottesloe.
It's a good lineup, that one, this afternoon for Cottesloe. Then we look at the Soaks lineup. JP Sarni, Nick Hyde and Parsi Fine right up front. There, you can't mess around with those 3 up front. Xander Beekman and Afi Manaku at 4 and 5. Then on the back row, Michael Hardwick, Alex Rivera and Micah Tarfili. Then we go to the back line, Lockie Phillips, Sam Healy, Ryan Drover, Will Godwin. They're just fantastic names straight off the back. Then Christian Vanarire, he's come back from overseas, hasn't he? He's going to have a big impact at outside centre today. Rob Tucker on the other wing and Robbie Ingram at the back. He's a fantastic 15 for the Soaks this afternoon. Yeah,
classy backline, the Soaks, and they're going to be looking to get a little bit of front foot ball and really try and use that ball with a little bit of width through Tucker and give Draver and Ingram a little bit of space. So they're going to have a good tussle on their hands, Associates. It's not going to come easy for them. There's a big home crowd here at Allen Park. Ladies' Day's on down on the right-hand corner, the northern
really
corner there.
Down there.
So they'll love it to be able to score a couple of tries at that end and send the crowd a light. There'll be a bit of niggle coming from the stand over on this side of on the field, Nick. They love a bit of banter down here at Soaks. So
exactly.
Referee Mark Sheriff as well. He's going to have a good game today to keep these two teams apart, and let's make sure that it's a good spectacle.
Yeah, Mark, he's certainly one that can handle a fixture like this. He's a cool-headed young ref, hailing out of South Africa as well, as we know. Stickler for the rules, but he's cool-headed when it comes to the big stuff. Certainly down here at Soaks, Mark's no stranger to being down at the Boneyard here with the big crowd. As you see on your crowd here now, absolutely massive crowd, probably the biggest we've seen so far this year for a first-grade game. Associates, they love to get up at home here with the Boneyard. As you said, it's going to get really loud as we hear the Cottesloe first-grade team coming out onto the park now. That's a great tunnel to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cottesloe got home in a tight one last week over Palmyra, week before getting up over Kalamunda. So they've had a couple of tough games, whereas Associates, they probably have the easier, probably one of the easier draws in the first 3 rounds, getting a big win up over Arcs, another big win against Perth Bayswater, and getting up over Wanneroo last week and keeping Wanneroo scoreless, which is no easy task. So Soaks probably haven't been tested so far this season, whereas Cottesloe have had a couple of tough games in the previous weeks and are now 3 from 3 as well.
Yeah, that's it. Both teams 3 for 3 at the moment, undefeated each way. This one will basically guarantee a top spot on the ladder as well. Nedland's the only other one contending for the top at the moment. But this certainly is going to turn into certainly a telling story to come for the next couple of rounds in this Fortescue Premier Grade ladder.
Yeah, it looks like Cottesloe might be running with a little bit of a breeze at their backs, running left to right on our screen. So it'll be an interesting day for them, but they're going to have to get a little bit of field position early as Associates come out in their flash new jumpers for 2020.
Yeah, that's more yellow than yellow at the top there, Mitch. Plenty of support here down at the Boneyard. As we've said before, this one here, the Battle of the Broome Street, it's been talked about a lot by Rugby WA this week. They've been hyping this one up a lot. We had the captains in at Rugby WA for Let's Chat Community Rugby as well during the week. One of the oldest rivalries. We're both on Broome Street here, as we know, both clubs right next to each other. Certainly going to be a little bit of niggle early here, I think, Mitch.
Yep, and we've got a couple of different jersey numbers out there too, Nick, just to make it difficult for us to work out who's who out there for the Associates boys, but we'll work it out as we go along.
We certainly will figure this one out as both teams centering up in the middle of the field here. We'll have Associates kicking off, moving to the left of your screen, going towards the third and second grade boys on the hill on the Ladies' Day 10 as well. So expect to hear some great chat early if we get a couple penalties or a couple tries down in the left-hand side of the field here. Just moments away now from kickoff as the players are clearing the pitch. Mark Sheriff getting the watch started here. And we're underway here with your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. Associates coming up against Cottesloe, both undefeated for the Battle of Broome Street. Massive crowd here this afternoon for Ladies' Day. Early possession here for Associates. Lockie Phillips choosing to go blind. That's a massive hit. First up there. That'll be Ben Grant making a statement early in the game. And winning the penalty straight away from it. Yeah, Ben Grant.
What a way to start the game. They just inspired the Cottesloe players there. Ben Grant shooting out the line and being able to pick out the Soaks player with the ball and absolutely hammered him.
Yeah, Lockie Phillips, a little bit worse for wear off his first carry of the day.
Yeah, he's going to have to be careful there, Lockie. He's got a big, busy day ahead of him, Lockie Phillips, little 9. He's a busy little player, loves a scoot.
Caleb Young. First kick of the day for him. Just going to settle 35 out from the line.
So, first line out of the afternoon. Cottesloe were good the other week. Ben Grant, big tall timber in the middle.
Berryman with a good chuck as always. Straight down the middle.
Nice pass to Hoskins in the midfield. He gets his first carry for the afternoon.
Counter ruck coming here.
Yeah, straight in from the side there. Hardwick, I think it was. Good back row for Soaks out there this afternoon. Al Revere has been always a standout, one of the best flankers in this comp year in, year out. Hardwick, just like his brother, is a real scrapper. Young puts it down inside the Soaks 22 and finds touch.
Better kick that time.
Referee on that side, James Sheriff, Mark Sheriff's old man. So father-son combo out there this afternoon.
Very experienced man, James Sheriff on the sideline there. As Berryman lines up, second throw of the day. Over the top this time. Soaks coming away with it, need to settle. Finally making their way to ground, Soaks. Midfield now, 15 out from their own line. They're going to choose to run.
Downey, the big unit.
Straight off feet from Associates. Discipline has been a question during the week. They even admitted it themselves. And that's 3 early penalties. This one straight in front. Associates off feet.
Yeah, Christian Veneri there, just a little bit lazy in not keeping his feet as he's gone through in the clean out and just sealing that ball off. Mark Sheriff, rightly so, and Cottesloe with the 3 early penalties, and they'll take the 3 points.
Certainly something you want to do early here at the Boneyard. Just get on the board, get back, get the ball back in hand.
Big number 1 out there for Associates this afternoon, JP Sowney. He's a big unit. It's going to be an interesting concept with him, Hyde and Fine up against Churchwood, Berryman and Reedy.
I've seen him get a little bit of Macca's in his day. He always orders a large. Tell you that for free.
I reckon he consumes some. So Caleb Young, nice little strike, gets us all on the scoreboard. 3 points to 0. Cottesloe over Associates down here at the Fortescue Premier Grade match of the day at Allen Park. We're in round 4 of the 2020 competition. Both teams undefeated so far this year in the Battle of Broome Street. So Soaks will get us underway again.
This one high. Nicely done there by Grant. Parks feeding out.
Just a run by Kalis there. Young puts it long down that left corner, finds a bit of space in behind, and a lovely little touch finder.
Rob Tucker not able to catch up to that one.
Good play by Young. Just saw a little bit of space there down the left-hand side touch and hooked it around. Got the run. Going to kick here at Associates. That's the corner to kick into. A little bit of a breeze pushing into that left corner.
Stokes have got the big men set out in the back line here. Sana went to Philly. Hunting for a crash ball here as the ball comes. Philly, his first run of the day. Big carry. Sam Healy puts one up in the air. Chase is coming. Just lost forward there. James Blackburn.
Yeah, Blackburn made a bit of a meal of that one there, Nick. He's probably could have just kept his feet and just taken it on the full. Didn't need to go up for it.
Kicked the leg out in front of him. Lost his balance backwards.
Tried to take it Aussie rules style. Made a meal of it. Interesting tactics there from Sam Healy, putting the high ball up early. Letting the wind do the work. A bit of a swirling breeze. An easy one to take. So, first scrum of the afternoon. These big front rows settle in.
Going to be a big point of contention on the way this game goes. Ball in nicely. Big push coming. Stokes manages to flick out. No, penalty comes. Cottesloe with a massive shove on the first scrum. That big front three, Churchill, Berryman, Reedy, aren't going to play any games up front this afternoon.
Yeah, I think they've got the Soak scrum standing up there on that second shove. It really caught him unawares. To Philly tried to tidy up at the back, but he was not bound. By that time, the Soak scrum had been decimated by this big Cottesloe front row. So early points in the front row stakes to Cottesloe. Again, Young gets a chance to move play further down into the Associates half, just outside the 22. We'll have another line out here for Berryman. Previous throw going over the top. This one finds its mark with Grant.
Nice directed throw. Now Young feeds out. Bishop, I believe. Bit of biff off the side of the ruck here. Plenty of that today. Line speed's good by Stokes. Tafu with a big hit.
Long ball.
Berryman down the wing.
Spins out a wall. Long ball. Blackburn.
Terrific hands there from Berryman. Just tied up now. Need to clean it up. Slow it down a little bit, Cott. Ball come back for Cottesloe. They're two out from the line. Parks calling for runs. Kaiser Reedy picks left. He's going to be one short. Ball at the back again. Short side's the call.
Yeah, over they go. Try to Cottesloe. Just ground them out using their big guys. Ben Grant, I think it was.
Yeah, Ben Grant in the corner.
Points. So good patience by Cottesloe. Nice little bit of composure there. Just grinding it with the big fellas.
Just looking really dominant early, getting up on the advantage line. There is line speed there from Stokes on first or second phase, but they're dropping off quickly. Come 5, 6, 7. Cottesloe managing to find a bit of space out wide.
So through their set piece, Cottesloe getting a bit of ascendancy in this early stages of this game this afternoon. Takes the score out to 8 points to 0. And a kick to come from Young. There on the left-hand side touchline. Should be kicking into a slight breeze.
Speaking to the Cottesloe captain earlier today, he said they wanted to draw in the Stokes forward pack for the first couple of phases, and then they want to spin them wide. They want to make those big boys run a little bit today. We saw that in the game of the week a couple of weeks ago with Cottesloe versus Kalamunda, those good wide pods set up, and it looks like it's going to be the plan again today.
It was a nice little long ball out there to Blackburn. We found a little bit of room earlier there, and it was a nice little offload to Berryman, who span out of a couple of tackles and then got a lovely enough nice offload back to Blackburn. So Cott, you're right there, Nick. Just bound to hit it up in the midfield and then be able to use that ball wide. Could be a tactic they employed this afternoon. And it certainly paid off on this afternoon. It was a lovely kick for goal too from Young. So 10 points to 0 now to Cottesloe as Sokes gets us back underway and go long. Masson, good run from him. Out of 1, out of 2. Bayless gets out of the first.
Cott really trying hard, all 3 of these rucks. Hanning, leg driving through the first and second. Now the kick can come from Young. 3 back for Sokes. Robbie Ingram at the back here.
And a bit of space there.
He's going to get the bounce.
Yeah, lovely kick from Robbie Ingram. Timmy Parks just a little bit lazy to cover that space. Caleb Young's kick, bit of a nothing kick. They were waiting for it. And Robbie Ingram out to turn.
Quick line out comes.
Turn this. Oh, that's good play.
Manages to keep it in field, and now we're out. Sokes with the quick ball as well now. As it feeds out. Centre field, halfback has to commit. Godwin off the back. Ingram sending it wide. Oh, he's just lost forward, had the space to burn all the way in the corner. And Tobias Hoskins letting him know about it. Would have gone really loud for a second there if they held on to that one.
There wasn't any pressure on him. He was calling for it for a good couple of minutes out there. And Robbie Ingram, it was a nice ball. Hit him on the chest, just coughed it up.
Cott might look to pull another penalty here. As you see, massive crowd here, up on the side here. The Boneyard, basically at capacity this afternoon. Great to see all the fans here down at the rugby.
It's going out live to TV. Every time you kick it over, it sends a massive doof through everyone's headphones.
As you hear our sound man just fixing the effects mic.
Yeah, the ball boy's creating havoc there on the effects mic on the sideline. Hoskins, good carry from him. That gets over the advantage line.
Deep now, Young.
Not out.
Not out indeed. I think that's Tucker. Sharpening run, pushing really well for Sokes. Lockie Phillips going blind.
Nice start by him. The Philly can go. So Sokes this time just grinding it out. Now Phillips with the ball, lets it go. The backs now. Oh, good read.
Godwin wrapped up there. Sokes need to be careful. Try not to get isolated after 2 or 3 passes.
Oh, great hit
Really
midfield.
big hit by Reedy. Sorry, Churchwood. Sokes wrapping this one up. Phillips spins wide again. JP Sanu. So Sokes just backwards and forwards at the moment. Got a roll here. Advantage comes. Uppertaz just too slow to get out of the way there. What if Sokes got in the bag here with penalty advantage? Still going to go the pick and go.
Numbers on the right here, Sokes.
New advantage. That's 2 in a row, Sokes.
Oh, it's got to come right.
It's got to come. Boneyard starting to pick up a bit of noise.
Here it comes now.
Godwin feeds out. All the way in the corner.
And over they go.
That'll be Robbie Ingram in the corner right in front of the Ladies' Day tent here for Associates' first try of the afternoon. It'll move the score to 5-10. Still a kick to come in the corner.
Yeah, I thought Sokes had muffed that opportunity up there, but they had the penalty advantage, so the back's out on the right-hand side. They're screaming for the ball, and it's just a matter of time before it was able to be moved out there, and it was good play for Vanieri in the midfield just to straighten it up and then go back outside to Robbie Ingram, who had no problems at all, dotting it down out wide. So similar grind out there by the Soaks forwards. There was some good reads from the Cottesloe defence. A couple of nice reads in the midfield to shut it down, but Soaks showing a good bit of patience. Lockie Phillips controlling things really well with his forward pack at the back of those rucks. So not an easy kick from out wide.
Sure, Ingram love to convert his own try.
Slip as he kicked that, and no good. So 10 points to 5 to Cottesloe in our Fortescue Premier Grade match of the day down here at Allen Park, the Battle of Broome Street. Cottesloe out to an early lead of 10 points to 0, but Soaks have struck back with a try of their own, so it's 10 points to 5. We're about 15 minutes into this first half. An interesting contest so far.
Just Nick Hyde down in midfield here.
Good opportunity for Cott just to compose themselves here. So early indications is this is going to be a tight match all afternoon. It's going to be a real arm wrestle up front.
Sure. Just keep an eye on
Both from third and second grade matches this afternoon. Real close one. Second grade associates winning after the siren actually as well. This kickoff comes long from Cott.
No, but we have the peninsula anyway, so we're already try.
Phillips clears it into touch. Probably a good outcome for Cott there. Taking play and a line out just on the 10-metre line. And they look to come off the top here again. I'd say the back row moving to the midfield with Masson and Kalis. Oh, they buggered it up. The Hyde comes away with it for Soaks.
Ball spinning out now.
Okay. Oh, really? Oh, must have got a finger on that. Just comes off the chest. Jack McDermott just put the hand out. Must have just clipped the tips of his fingers.
Crowd calls of taste from the associates crowd.
Yeah, referee will be getting plenty of help out there this afternoon. Always a very vocal crowd down here at Allen Park. Very passionate club.
We get another good look for associates here. Just got a secure ball off the scrum.
Yeah, great. It's a great little midfield scrum here. So look for Tafili to work with Phillips down that right-hand side with Ingram chiming in. Neary out here on the right as well in the 13 jumper. A couple of good early touches. I'm just screwing a little bit left that time. Mark Sheriff will just settle the guys in and do a bit of a reset.
Probably just like the look of that first one. Wants it again. We've got 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Ingram, the fullback, just sitting directly behind the scrum. There's Phillips at the back to Healy. Goes himself. Loses a boot, but he'll be all right. Soaks, numbers on top of the ball, really nicely here. Hands 1-2.
Sam Healy's in a little bit of strife there. I think he might have copped a bit of a boot in the face. As well, he lost his own boot, so he'll have to redress himself and get a bit of attention. That time, Manakia, the big lock, just a little bit upright for mine. Needs to probably hit the ball a little bit harder and lower his body height. He is a big fella. But if he's going to prove some damage through that midfield, he's got to get that body height down. Otherwise, they're going to pick him off, the Cottesloe players. So associates missing their big unit, Lockie Valentine. He's been a real asset to them the previous seasons. He's a very physical player, big unit.
Was going to step up as captain this year as well.
Yeah, so losing him's a big blow for Soaks, but I'm sure he'll be back at some point.
As we just have time off here for a second, all the forwards quite happy about that.
10 points to 5 to Cottesloe at the moment. Early penalty goal to Caleb Young. And then it was a nice try by Ben Grant to get things underway for Cottesloe. And then it was a good good strike back from Associates with the try to Robbie Ingram moments ago. Conversion unsuccessful. So Cott leading on the scoreboard. We're just coming up to the 20-minute mark of this half.
See which way they split the line this time.
Quite surprised they went to the open side last time round rather than using that 8-9 play down the right-hand side from that last scrum. They probably won't have much of a choice this time round, but I'd love to see the Philly sort of take it off the back here and charge into the 10. Make Caleb Young do a little bit of tackling.
Do have the halfback cover this side.
Love to see him just pick and go and fly off at the 10 jumper there, get some good front foot ball.
Phillips with the feed.
Shocker.
Benavir just buying a little bit of time on the 22 as we go. Short side to Philly. Phillips. Deep ball. Rivera gets it away.
Well, play on.
Berryman grubbers through. We'll come back for the knock on. No advantage there.
Oh, that was just untidy from Associates that time. You know, just poor passing. Started on the right-hand side. Lockie Phillips just throwing a bit of a shocker out to his centre partner, Van Neary. And coming back to the left, it was Sam Healy that time, throw a bit of a loose pass. So I can see the intentions, taking to the right and swinging back left. They had the numbers there. They just needed the accuracy of execution there, Associates. So
Comes from a little bit more depth in the back line as well. They're flat trying to push passes across the face and just not running on hard enough. Set a little bit deeper, get running on. They're going to have the time and the space to execute those passes.
See, they've had a bit of a chat at scrum time as well, Nick. Just getting that ball out really quickly. It's in and out, it's out and it's gone. So it doesn't give Cottesloe that opportunity for that second shove.
Yeah, I'd love to see late in the second half what Cottesloe can really do with this scrum if they get a few attacking opportunities.
But at the start of the game, it's the tight fives that are going to be laying the foundation early in this game. And so far, I say Cottesloe have got the upper hand in the tight stuff at the moment.
Loose backs for Associates, doing a nice little bit of work, but it's not really around the ruck, it's on the carry front.
Yeah.
Still need to secure a ball. We'll see time back on.
Say Cottesloe here probably should look to try and turn Associates around, get a bit of field position, try and play this half down at the southern end of the ground here at Allen Park.
Yeah, with the position of the scrum as well. They've got the back line out to their left, but that forces the winger to stay up. So there is space in the back right corner of the field, right up amongst us. Cottesloe want to keep this one in. They want to drive. Only using it when they have to. Ball spins out really nicely there. Gets wrapped up.
No hands!
Handy tackle by Godwin. Now Grubber in kick through. Stokes have got the men there for it.
Oh dear.
Robbie Ingram.
Oh, he's had a Captain Cook. There's a wall of Cottesloe defenders coming at him. And Robbie that time just snatched at it and ching the ball. So Cottesloe, that little grubber's paid off. Thought it was a bit of a nothing kick there. They could have counter-attacked and potentially moved the ball over to this left-hand side wing to Tucker, but
yeah, if Ingram got that to hand, there was going to be space and time. Now Cottesloe, same option, just 40 metres more forward.
Interesting, they're stacking all their backs on the right-hand side here. They could have tried to split the Associates' backs, give them a little bit more room. Dermott, very flat outside Hoskins,
Just
painting a little bit deeper.
Working this one to the back here, Cott. Here comes now Young. McDermott. Nicely to ground.
Stay. Good.
Parks feeding the forwards. Coming out nicely here for Casaridi. Intercept now. Associates just finding themselves in the right position at the right time. Penalty coming the way of Cottesloe though. And we're going to march him 10. Mark Sheriff having none of the chat today. So no release was the penalty. We'll march him 10.
Yeah, Sam Healy that time, he picked up the intercept from big Reggie Churchwood. But Cottesloe straight on it. As soon as he hit the ground, there was 2 or 3 Cottesloe players all over that one. And Mark Sheriff, no choice but to award the penalty against the Soaks player for holding on. So a little bit of sloppy play from Soaks at the moment. It just let Cottesloe back into this game, and they've just slowly worked their way back down this end of the field.
As we saw, the way to break Cott was 15 phases inside the 22, but now they're struggling to put 2 or 3 together.
That's it. They've got to hold on the ball when they get it. Associates, they've got to grind these Cottesloe forwards down a bit.
Cottesloe with their first look at the 22 since their try. Doesn't hit the jumper, but they've still secured the ball. Breaks back.
O'Sullivan's lost it, I think. Yep.
Yeah, Rivera just managing to get through on that one.
Both teams just being a little bit untidy. Offset piece. And there was a bit of a wayward throw there. It didn't miss the mark. So Berryman's not having a great day of it. He's had a couple of wayward throws.
The line-out throw-ins is bread and butter, as he would say.
Well, you've got a bloke who's 6'10" there to throw at. Ben Grant, you can't really miss him. Plenty of space in the air there.
Yeah, you're not throwing for height there. You're throwing to the man.
Yeah, just got to get the timing right.
So inside the 22, Associates. Looks like they're setting for a crash ball, but I think it's a fake out. Oh, really nicely done there by Tim Parks, disrupting the ball at the back of the scrum. That throws the plan out of the window for Associates. Ingram steps in at half. Godwin clearing. That's a really good result there for Cottesloe, only making it 21 metres out.
Yeah, nice bit of hustle there from Tim Parks, all over the back of that scrum there, really putting pressure on it, making Lockie Phillips' life a bit of misery for him there at the back of the scrum.
So redemption here for Berryman.
Yep, he's got to hit the target this one. He's gone to the back again.
Much better, Chuck.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. Never seen a hooker that's better at throwing to 3 than 2. But Berryman's the case. As now, Churchwood with a really nice carry as Cottesloe trying to pick short side. Masson went to ground nicely. Now Cottesloe want to feed it out left. Young. Uptaz. Inside the 22. Not really going forward, but they want to have a crack. Churchwood's having another carry. Penalty going the way of Associates, not getting that one out of there.
Yeah, I think Lockie Phillips was able to sneak in that time and just get his hands on it. Yeah. Big Manakai, I thought, was all over the ball, but Lockie was able to sneak in. He's only a little bloke, and he was able to sneak in underneath there and get some hands on it and get it off the ground.
It's really handy timing as well, because the pressure was starting to build there from Cott. This one's not out.
Oh, that's a bad mistake.
Oh, and that's a silly kick.
That's an even worse mistake.
Godwin chasing the tackle. Now across the back, it was Tobias, gives it out.
Bishop on the wing. Oh, a bit of space in behind. No.
Tucker back there to secure.
Oh, nice
Ingram
tackle by Haining. Now quick to his feet as well, but didn't quite get his hands on the ball.
Messy old ruck, that one.
Yeah, Hoskins is creating havoc in there.
Yeah. Ball still available. Phillips got to do something with it here. Feeds it back. Centering kick by Healy. Now Bishop again.
Good run by Masson.
Young hits up Churchwood. Back recycle comes. Tobias. Wayward pass. That's gone all the way into touch. Captain raises his hand, says that one's on me, but that one's gone straight into the Soaks bench.
I could see what Tobias was trying to do there. There's a bit of space out there, but he just couldn't pick the man out. He went straight between them. Picked the gap between players beautifully there, Tobias. A little bit of indecision. With the brain not coordinating with the hands on that occasion for Hoskins.
Sorry, guys.
Masson's been a real powerhouse for Cottesloe in the early stages of the competition this year. Playing at number 8 this afternoon.
Yep.
And so making a good fist of it. He's a hard man to put down. He runs really low centre of gravity. He's always able to get out of the first tackle. I mean, his combination with O'Sullivan and Kalis so far this afternoon's paying off for Cottesloe. They've got some bound to break those early tackles.
Seems like Cottesloe now as well. Trying to hit up through the middle a little bit. That first, second face, trying to use one of the big props. Churchwood having a couple nice runs.
Yeah, they've got to bring in those bigger soaks forwards and get them committing to some rucks so that there's a little bit more space out wide. Trying to move those bigger soaks forwards around a little bit.
Same midfield line out setup for Associates here. They got Sanu and Tafili in the centres. Short 4-man, just want to get it up and out.
Here we go.
A lot of movement in the line out here. Pays off. Phillips feeding now. Goes all the way across. So the line out worked, but the backs couldn't quite execute after that. That's a big run there by Tafili.
Phillips, little dart.
Couldn't quite get through. Goes again. Now he needs to get to ground. Cottesloe going to try hold him up here. Knees have hit. Free kick.
Oh, early jump by Cott at the line out. So referee Mark Sheriff playing advantage there. Al Rivera taps and goes.
Straight up the middle, he says. Thank you very much. Gains in a handy 10 metres. Hyde giving off to Tafili. Advantage kicking through the ruck there. That's a silly penalty. New rule from last year.
Up the back they play.
Ingram to Godwin. Godwin coming back to midfield. Taken care of nicely though. Still got advantage here, Soaks. Probably going to come away with it now. Kicking through the ruck would be the call. Nicely done by Mark Sheriff.
Yep. No, I reckon Soaks should be taking the points here. They're pretty much right in front of the sticks.
3 points are good points.
Yep.
And they're not going to go for it.
No, they're going to back themselves in. And it's probably, that kick's probably not deep enough to be a threatening line out.
And 8 doesn't sound too bad to me in situations like this.
Yep. Going to be a tight game this afternoon. You've got to take all the points when they're on offer. Every time you get down to that opposition half, you've got to be able to put something on the board.
So 6-man now for Soaks. Jump at 1. Bring it in for a short maul. Cottesloe said, we'll have a piece of this.
Yep. That's not going anywhere, that ball. In fact, I think they've spilled it. So, going for the sideline didn't pay off for Associates on that occasion, Nick.
Nope, straight in front, 30 out.
Yep.
It's always a good shot at goal.
We saw last week in our match of the round over at Arcs turning down a number of opportunities to take the points. And it was their undoing in the end with Curtin running away for a good victory. And last week, Curtin taking every opportunity that was presented to them, either through penalties or tries, including an intercept to Nick Chadwick. This afternoon, it's been a good tussle up front. Cottesloe's got the early ascendancies in the tight 5. Soaks backs have been threatening all afternoon. We're in the 30-minute mark of this half.
This one's just folding up. Ball's available at the back. Sheriff, I think, wants to see this one again. So have a reset. Still Cottesloe's ball in their half. Berryman just taking care of the shoelaces quickly.
I'll just got to do my shoelace up, sir. Give everyone a bit of a breather. Good shove. Both front rows coming up again. Yep. Oh, he's got him
angling in.
Angling in, but both front rows are starting to stand
Still
up anyway.
pop up, go across, yeah.
Yep, Associates at that time again, I think, is under enormous pressure up front. Reedy and Churchwood, massive front row. Very powerful. The other week when Kaiser Reedy came on against Kalamunda, had an enormous impact on that game.
As if their scrum wasn't good enough already in that game. Clearing kick, not that massive, didn't have much of an angle to work with. Nevertheless, going to be a line out Cottesloe ball.
I do like Cottesloe's composure this afternoon. Well organised.
So Berryman to 3. That one's not straight.
Going to the back a lot this afternoon. I'm just thinking maybe they just need to change it up and just go for a little bit more safety at 2 and 4, and even just those short line-outs were paying off for them as well, being able to hit their back row up through the midfield. So,
especially within your own 40, chucking to 3, it's just not quite the option. You just want to get the ball down, get it out, get the backs moving really quick. Berryman is a good chuck. I'm a big fan of the way he throws the ball, but you can't always throw to 3 inside your own half.
It's keeping Associates in the game at the moment, so good attacking opportunity for them now. The backs are set. Got a good little bit of width to play with here.
Just got to lock themselves in, get this one back. No need to push. Ball's at the back. Phillips knocked forward. Sloppy Sheriff saying backwards off gold. So to Feely, down the right. Just to twist and turn his way back. Phillips organising some troops. Got a roll here. Varnage comes out. Yeah, just a little bit too slow there, Ben Grant.
Good hands from Rivera. Back to Phillips. Little chip and chase. Could be on here. Oh, back to Rivera.
Really nice weight there.
Easy, don't run in.
Big on that.
Yeah, we're just coming back for that one.
Use that little chip and chase from Phillips. Nearly paid off.
Nearly paid off. Really good use of advantage there by Sheriff as well. Didn't go to hand on the full. Let it bounce. Let's see what happens, but then got wrapped up. We'll come back for the penalty.
Rolling.
Cottesloe just giving away a couple of soft penalties in the last few minutes. Just need to tidy things up, the breakdown.
I think I've got to count at 6-4 here this afternoon. Cottesloe with 6 in their favour.
Yep. They got the run early penalties.
Yeah, Associates definitely discipline is always a worry with them. I think they've got 5 yellow cards in the last 3 rounds or so. None of them for anything too malicious. That's all just repeated offences. Line out just inside the 22. That one, good chuck to 3. Doesn't quite go to hand. But we'll see the big boys run it up in midfield. Just doesn't quite get to Harwick. But he manages to secure Phillips. Left side here. Hyde running up. Feely.
Well, Kalis is on that early. Didn't get it up though.
Almost there.
As
we're winding up Harwick.
Good offload.
Really nicely done. So now, open space here. Got to use it. Banarire beats 1-2. He's going to be too short. Oh, that might be from the side. Couldn't put, maybe advantage coming.
Don't touch him.
Sheriff happy to play on. Oh, there's a strike right over the top. It's going to be on here now. I think that's Masson over the top, just losing his cool. Yeah, everyone's back up to their feet now. Still handbags going on. Reckless is the word I'm going to run with here from Masson.
Good little opportunity there for Veneri. I thought he was in.
Thought if he just went inside one, then he could have got the ball away to Rivera.
Yep. Been certainly been threatening the ball every time he's got the ball in a bit of space. Veneri, he looks dangerous, but again, Sokes just not being able to capitalise on that opportunity there.
Just ball going to hand on that second, third pass. Just in front of them. That's not quite going to hand cleanly enough to have a big run.
Yeah, Lockie Phillips has got to get stuck into his forwards pack. They've got to clear that ball a little bit better for him as well.
Let's see if we can hear what Cheryl's saying here.
Get back on side. I don't have the number, but I'm penalty against nothing to add. Tops. We've got the blue player holding 8 guard back and getting back around. Yep. It's going to be a penalty against him. We didn't get the number of players. Okay.
Make sure you go do a quick kind of check.
Yeah. Sure.
So it's going to be a penalty to Associates, 5 metres out there, just for the foul play.
Red Tops.
We heard the assistant referee there, Nick. He didn't quite get a number.
Didn't quite get a number.
A little bit of niggle creeping in, and you'd expect that in this type of game. Associates v Cott.
And Sanu fakes the tap.
There's certainly no love lost between these two sides. They're only a kilometre away from each other.
The Battle of Broome Street.
Between Swanbourne and Cottesloe. You can walk between clubs if you really wanted to.
Don't know why you would.
Beautiful, beautiful stretch of beaches there from Swanbourne down to Cott. There's over at the back. Oh,
To three
fumbled
again.
up. Why would you throw to the back of the line at 5 metres out?
Silly options taken there in the line out. Now a bit of niggle coming from Sanu's counter ruck. As we go back for Young, clearing kick. This one might still be in. Chase is on here. Ingram gets this one cleanly across the back. Godwin.
On your numbers back here.
Oh, it's a
that's
wayward
stinker.
pass, Godwin.
That is a stinker of a ball from Godwin.
3 errors across the back after the kick for Associates this afternoon. Can't even get a counter-attack opportunity.
Oh, poor old Mickey Hardwick. He's shaking his head as he's running back. The number 6 for Soaks. Can't believe it. It's a good clearance kick from McDermott. That time just swung back inside in the field of play. Found a bit of space, but
Handy little draw off the boot.
yeah, there was plenty of numbers back for Soaks, though. They had 4 or 5 guys back for the counter attack. They just got to be more clinical in their execution. That's a real let-off for Cottesloe because, you know, Associates had every right to score try when they were down there.
Bustle it down, take them all, see what they can do, get it out to the backs.
And I have, for the life of me, I've got no idea why he'd call a ball to 6, 5 metres out from an opposition goal line.
Especially off a slow line out as well. It wasn't a quick play throw to the back. We had a chat. Time was off. Everyone knows that ball's going to the front. Doesn't matter. You're still going to win it.
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10 oppositions don't compete.
Well, that's
5
it.
metres out. So
Cottesloe know it's going to the front, and they're going to set up for them all.
that's it. So it's probably a compliment to the Cottesloe line-out that forced Soaks to go to the back, maybe. So another midfield scrum. Cottesloe here. Again, the backs have stacked themselves out on this right-hand side of the scrum. Very flat.
And there'll be about 2 or 3 minutes left in the half as well. At the
Scrum.
back now. Soaks have held in.
Yep, standing up again. Yep, standing up.
Not sure on that one there. It's fair enough because that's the wayward trend of the day, but Soaks didn't give up an inch there.
4 minutes. 3 minutes.
Or only a couple of minutes before half-time. What do you reckon here, Nick? Take the points, long range? Yep,
Hey,
they're not going to muck around. Caleb Young stepped up, well within his range, 40 metres. A little bit of a breeze probably will help it along. And the Cottesloe scrum, again, demolishing the Soaks scrum. The big units just on top of their other front row at the moment, getting them to stand up each time. They're probably going to have to talk about that at half-time.
difficult one though, because on your own ball, you know when it's coming in, you can just set, let's not push, let's just anchor in here. But Cott looking to be really aggressive on their own feed. Associates just not able to handle the pressure. Sanu and Fine. Certainly not new to the game, and big boys as well. Just need to be getting under themselves, get a little bit lower, keep that position.
Games like today, a good test for coaches as well. Damien Elton going up against Ryan Westerway as Young gets good purchase on that. Looks good.
Oh,
And over it goes. So Cottesloe extend their lead, 13 points to 5. Down here at the Battle of Broome Street, Allen Park, in our Fortescue Premier Grade match of the day. Replayed on N9TV Sundays at 11:30. So Cottesloe extending that lead out. Need to close this half out now.
Chasers are all under this. Cottesloe allowing that one to bounce.
Oh,
Masson
Masson.
gets away with it. Berryman grubbering through the big hooker. This one's going to balance just out, 10 metres out. Not the worst result in the world.
Oh, again, that man Masson just hitting the ball at speed. It was a lovely restart from Soaks. They're getting good height on that ball, nice and short. Masson just hit it at speed.
Cottesloe tail up play here.
Would like to see Berryman just carry that and just
He can back himself in
Recycle.
for a run, but
again tidy off the top. Masson, ooh,
Cott Putting a little bit of pressure on
Oh,
here.
great hit by Churchwood.
Godwin doing the right thing there, though. There was a couple passes. Don't need to be throwing it around with 5 metres from your own line. Just like that. Calming ruck, clearing kick. And that one's staying in play.
Bishop. Dermott needs to come back this way.
Beats 1. Beats 2. Beats 3. Coming all the way in. McDermott works it all the way to the 22. Penalty coming really quick.
Entry. Oh, lucky the penalty not to go the other way. The Soaks player just flopped all over that, but it was entry from the Cottesloe player. Good little run from McDermott there.
Oh, fantastic run. Gained 30, 40 metres like that.
We're in the dying stages of this first half. It's been a good tussle.
Line out on halfway.
Cottesloe's got the ascendancy so far, 13 points to 5.
So this will be the last play of the game as well.
Oh, Masson again out of the bat.
Easy as you like. Just drops the shoulder in. Doesn't worry too much. Yeah, that's a silly penalty. Entry again, straight off feet. That's just lazy running. It's a good call by Sheriff. Cottesloe just a little bit too excited here. And that was Kaiseridi. Just lazy over the top and through the side. As we see here on your screens, Masson, big bustling run. You'll see coming through on the right-hand side of the ruck. Just got clipped off there.
This time the ball gets put out. So a couple of times this afternoon, the team's not putting the ball out. For mine, it's a cardinal. That's a crucial error, that, not putting the ball out from either penalties or in general play. You've got to be able to give the team that breathing space and be able to maximise their possession.
What was the word you went with there?
Crucial. Critical.
See, Soaks. Ooh. Just gone forward through the hands there. And we reach halftime here in the Fortescue first grade game of the week. It's the Battle of Broome Street. Associates currently down at the Boneyard on Ladies' Day. Cottesloe are up 13-5 as we enter halftime.
Yeah, good first start from Cottesloe. They should be pretty happy with themselves. They've certainly got the points up front through their tight 5. Good at scrum time, good at set piece. A couple of wayward throws at line-out time, but certainly the Cottesloe pack have got the upper hand over their Associates counterparts at the moment. The Soaks backs, however, are looking dangerous out there. They just need to put it together and stop making basic handling errors. So it's a good first half. Cottesloe up 13 points to 5. And we're going to be shortly joined down here in the tent with Michael Brain, stalwart of Associates Rugby Club. He'll have a bit of a recap of the first half and bring us into the second half, Nick, so I'll hand over to him.
Beautiful. We'll see you guys just in a second. Before we get into the way the game is going there, sorry for that audio, everyone, just then. How good's the Boneyard looking this afternoon? We've got Ladies' Day, the Battle of Broome Street. Couple thousand in this afternoon. It's good to see rugby back in general, but this crowd's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic to see so many people down here. I know that a lot of the guys from Soaks who we played against, a lot of Cot guys, texted each other and tried to get the crowd down. It's obviously a arch rivalry, so yeah, great to see everyone down here.
Yeah, it's good to see. So in the first half, as you said, not too happy with the way everything transpired, just maybe a little bit sloppy skills-wise?
Yeah, look, I think so. It was a very interesting half. I mean, really it was split into 4 10-minute quarters where each side had a bit of dominance, but Cot probably had a lot more field position. And as I said earlier, I think Associates probably missed out on a few points that they should have got.
Yeah.
And so, if they'd done that, it'd be a bit closer. But Cot has certainly taken advantage of their possession and also their field position.
No, not wrong at all there. As we see the first penalty of the half there, just in from the side there, Associates. Cottesloe Young will look to kick to the corner. Where do we go from here in the second half for Associates?
For Associates, I think we need to tighten our attack in the forwards. Because the Cottesloe pack's quite a big pack, so you want to try and tire them out with lots of hit-ups and regurgitating a lot of ball, and just be patient. I think a lot of the time, teams don't have the patience to just to wait and
go up
recycle
to 7,
ball.
8, 9, 10 phases.
Well, that's sort of around about what it takes to score a try these days. It's 10 to 12 phases. So, I think we're a bit impatient on that. Backs wise, certainly you need to clean up a few skills. There's very simple drop balls. But
Especially like these ones here, the kick through at the
Yeah.
back. These ones haven't gone to hand all day.
so this has got to be tidy here. You know, they've got to get support there.
And they do, so maybe that has been the chat at half-time. Hopefully you'd like to see it all half.
Yeah.
As Phillips clears out to the side. We'll see a nice little handy run down the wing. Just making through the hands, Revere.
Yeah.
Making his way, Godwin's on the inside. Godwin making his way up to the 22, needs support.
Masibaka.
Ooh, just lost forward in contact there. See, that's a little bit better, isn't it?
It's a bit better, but, you know, I mean, really, if you want to beat the good sides, you've got to clean that up. That you can't let that happen when you've got an attack like that. We had their defence very scattered, very thin, and if we had got players there, you know, you never know what can happen after that.
Don't have to score a try on the first phase. Even though it's a line break, you've worked around the side. We can take that one to ground. We've got them on the
Easy.
back foot. We can spin wide. We can take a pod ball. We can do whatever we want.
Just have the patience, mate, is what I would suggest for the Soaks forwards at the moment.
Exactly. So, fantastic result here this afternoon, at least, you know, without the Battle of Broom Street even being completed yet.
Oh,
Fans
just
are down.
Club rugby, mate.
Club rugby's back. Fans are
Fantastic.
everywhere. Ladies' Day tent fulls. The hills full. The
Yeah.
sides full. The bar's making plenty of money, I'm sure.
The bars, yeah, they've got a broken down FBOS machine in there, so
Oh,
they've only
no.
got 2 or 3 in there, so there's a long line at the bar.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm sure you can worm your way to the front if you're a bit thirsty. So, as we see this scrum,
So you see Cott scrums are quite dominant.
yeah,
He-
poor kick there, though.
Very poor, but paid off for them.
Revere just locking it up there. Young just feeding it out backwards. Cottesloe's backline as well. We talked about the forward pack. We know they're dominant through the set piece. Cottesloe's backline as well, though. They seem to just be stretching you guys a little bit. They've got a couple forwards wide. They stretch you out, as we see here. These aren't backs out here. These are all forwards. Half little line break here.
Yeah, look, I think they've obviously worked very hard on combining the forwards with the backs as far as support. So each member of their back line appears to know what to do in any given situation. So even small things like when you engage into a tackle, yep, they've got a plan. Drop, they get the forwards there, they clean out, they clean that ball up. They do it very well.
No, they do it really well. As we see the second penalty here going to Cottesloe, just offside there, number 8. Michael, I'll let you go.
Right.
It's been a pleasure having you on. We'll hope
Thank
the
you.
Stokes get up for you, but
I hope so
anything can
too.
happen in the Battle of Broom Street.
Absolutely.
Kick from Young, just making its way into touch. Michael Brain, great insight there. Mitch Hardy just joining us back at the desk in a moment here. Berryman with the chuck, 6-man. Off the top. Good little insight there.
Yeah, Brainey's a really good fella. He loves his club rugby. Played a lot of shoot shield. I played against him over there in Sydney, and then obviously he's been a long-standing player down here at Associates and very well regarded around the traps. He was a tearaway back rower in his day.
Looks like he's lost a little bit of speed with age. Unfortunately, though.
No, we all have. We all have. One of the good guys, though. Loves the amateur chat, loves his rugby, and always keen to do the right thing by his club down here at Associates and promote it and get all the old boys back and make sure that they're supporting the club at all various levels, either through sponsorships or over the bar or just coming down here and supporting the boys on a Saturday afternoon. So really important to have guys like Michael Brain involved in club rugby.
As we see, third penalty already going against Associates. Similar story to the way the first half started. Discipline was the key we talked about.
A little bit of feeling out there creeping into this game as well. Alex Masabaka is now on the field for Associates, jersey number 16. Real bright young talent, part of the Australian under-18s last year, and he's got a very bright future ahead of him. Very talented player. We'll see how he impacts the game this afternoon. He's very dynamic. He's come through as an Associates junior here at the club. His father coaches as well.
Great feeder system here for Associates. A lot of the juniors come through and play for the senior boys. As we see Masson just trying to feed that one out. Bannereer couldn't quite hang on to it, but we'll have a scrum. Soaks way now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the handling this afternoon. It's a pretty good day for footy. It's a little bit overcast, but it's certainly dry conditions. And
No excuse not to catch the footy.
yeah, the handling's been not what I expected. I expected a bit more polish from these two teams as far as handling goes.
as the pack settle into each other now. Interesting setup here for the Soaks backline.
Yeah, I tell you what though, Nick, that Masson really impresses me. The amount of work that he gets through, and he's just tireless. He reminds me like a Bernard Stander type guy.
Looks like he's got a lot of time running around the park as well. So we see Healy. Ray. Tackle now, got a release. Phillips still going left. Nice hands there to Feely. Ingram over the top, taken out.
Space.
Through here,
the ball
just
didn't sit up.
bounces into touch.
We just needed the ball to sit up that time.
Tucker would have been through there.
A little bit of injection there from Robbie Ingram from the back. It was a smart. The kick was on. Just needed to sit up for his winger Tucker. So Associates will putting a bit of pressure on now, Cottesloe. Just waiting for young number 9, Lockie Phillips, getting a bit of attention, or needs a bit of attention. Physio a little bit slow getting to him. He's had a busy afternoon this afternoon, Lockie Phillips. He's been under a fair bit of pressure at the back of the scrum. And probably his ball at the back of the rucks has been a bit untidy as well. I don't think his forwards have really done the right thing by him clearing that breakdown. He's had to fish it out quite a number of times, but he's always challenging around the fringes. He's a busy little player.
Handy on the scoot as well. Hasn't found the gap today, but he's always pressing for it.
Yep. Sign of a good halfback that he wants to keep those defenders around the rucks honest. And Harry Webster was one that Soaks are probably really missing this afternoon. Harry Webster is normally their number 10, very talented fly half. One of the main reasons they've had success in recent seasons is through him. Oh, that's a wayward pass. That's nearly gone to the Soaks centres. That's a stinker.
It's forward as well.
But Tim Parks it through that. Is he on the field? Still?
Could be.
Or was it Rory Edwards? Oh, Rory Edwards is on there. Yeah, jersey
correct.
number 21, yep. Rory Edwards. So that's not a good start for him. That's not what you want from the guys coming off the bench. They need to be making an impact.
As now Soaks with a really good attacking scrum opportunity. Phillips would love a little bit of free ball at the back here. Tafali picks, gives to Phillips, gets tied up, needs support. Gets it in the pick and go, comes here from Makoma. Left. Check inside ball.
Oh,
Ingram absolutely wrapped up. Ingram will feel that one. And then Phillips under pressure again. Ball's gone backwards.
That was Huppets with the hit.
Now to Feely, gaining metres. Soaks moving their way up to the fine. This is good sustained pressure. This is the phases we're talking about. Ball checks out. Verrier advantage coming. Another advantage for High. Got a release. Tackle's made. Soaks really looking to convert here. Points on the board. Boneyard want to get up. 3 advantages now. And they're completely collapsed on the other side. Manika with 3 good runs early here. Ball comes out wide. Pasovale blocking himself up. Crash ball. Phillips. Healy.
Big Manakia smashing onto the ball in the midfield.
Just coming blind now. Chance
Oh,
here.
Phillips' little dart.
Ingram needs to get over and support.
Great work by Hoskins. Just got him down.
We'll come back for the penalty advantage.
Phillips was in for all money there. Now Hoskins a desperate dive.
Yeah.
There's some good contact out there. The big boys are smashing into each other.
Now 13-5, the current score. 3 points does take it within a converted try.
Offsides and high tackles.
That's what's a team warning, Nick? Yep. So Tobias Hoskins, the skipper for Cottesloe, is just going to bring the boys in, have a bit of a chat. And Associates just starting to build a bit of pressure now. We've got Tavita Sifa also out on the field, jersey number 11. He's a real danger player. I'll try and pick up what the posse he's gone. It looks like he's probably gone to the 12. So he'll partner up in the midfield with Venieri.
Godwin's moved out to the right wing here.
Yep. Okay, got that one.
As the scrum packs in now. It's a good one-on-one for Godwin here in the corner.
Yeah, I think they've got to go through the midfield though. They've got to use Venieri or Sifa through the midfield. Try and separate Hoskins and Haining as off they go.
So they go left. Healy just goes through the hands. Gets
Hoskins on the big Tobbs. He won't have the engine to get up the other end of the field.
No, he was questioned about his pace during the week. And he certainly said he doesn't have the motor to keep going.
Yeah, Kalis, good run by him.
It's now Rory Edwards.
Oh, all offside out here on the right.
Referee's got it.
Yep.
James Sheriff with a good call from the sidelines.
Yeah, that's just silly stuff. Really soft penalty. Young in a bit of trouble. Wanted to go wide.
Yeah, we'll take the penalty.
We'll bring it across. So that's just laziness on Soak's part there. There's no need to be offside there. They had a good defensive line set. They just need to give themselves half a metre, but just laziness. And it really has. And a couple of times this afternoon, Associates have let Cottesloe off the hook. It really was a good attacking opportunity to put some points on the board. And they just muffed it with the move just a little bit too fancy for themselves. And Cottesloe did a good job shutting it down. So Young drives this ball inside the Associates half now. So Cottesloe will just settle things down. They'll go to the sideline, work from the line out. I'd love to see him do a bit of a driving more from this sort of part of the field to try and keep those Soaks forwards in here, Nick.
Yeah, correct.
Just as a bit of a change-up rather than go off the top all the time.
Just keep those Associates forward pack honest.
Yeah, but they're going to go for a short line out, so it's going to be quick ball, go midfield. Look for Masson or Kalis to hit it up. O'Sullivan as well out here.
Comes down, Young with the pill to Masson. Beats 1 and 2, works his way through the third. Really handy meters there by Masson. Edwards.
Churchwood, here he is, big charge by him. Masabaka, good tackle.
Presents well. Numbers are plenty out here for Cottesloe.
Haining out of 1, crawls on his knees, he's through.
Up to the 22 now. Edwards, Young to the right.
Hoskins, the big fend. Off 1, 2, beautiful offload.
Handy inside there for O'Sullivan, just gone forward.
Oh, a couple of double fends there from Hoskins.
Yeah.
Fend with the right, fend with the left, and a little one-arm offload. Mark Sheriff in good position, though, to call it forward. Again, every single time Kalis and Masson are hitting that ball up midfield, they're getting out of that first tackle.
Hoskins looking to inject himself a little more in the second half now as well.
Coming onto the ball at speed.
So this scrum, no certainty for Associates.
Just get the sense that Sykes are just struggling with their fitness a little bit too, I think, out there.
Haven't really been pushed to the limits in their first 3 games. Cottesloe have had to be fit. They've had to be challenged against some pretty good outfits. Associates yet to be tested a big full 80-minute game like this.
The game's far from over yet. 26 minutes still to go in this game. 1 score from Associates will break it wide open.
Straight out. Edwards down blindside.
Short
into
side
the corner.
into the corner on the tight head.
And Hoskins.
Don't the forwards love that stuff when they get a tight head. Rory Edwards just scooting off down the right-hand side. He had a pretty ordinary start with a wayward pass, but that time the ball spilling out and off he goes.
Good to see Edwards go himself there. Just pin the ears. It's a broken play. He's just going to back himself, get his way to the corner and comes up with the points.
Absolutely. So again, the Cottesloe scrum showing its strength and power. And Associates really have got nowhere to go from here. Their forwards just aren't doing the job for them at the moment. Going to have to dig deep and get a couple of these more experienced players like Revere or Hardwick. Young Musabaka's out there. He might be able to inspire their pack to get amongst them a bit more.
Moves the score 18-5. Kicks come still.
Yeah, it's a big play, that one. If they kick this goal from the sideline, a 15-point lead, Blokes are going to have to score 3 times to get back in this game and steal the lead, but the game's far from over. But Cottesloe controlling things at the moment really well. So Young, he's had a good day with the boot so far. He's been pretty accurate.
Coming in now.
Another nice strike. It's going to be close. And yes, knots it. That's a great kick.
Cottesloe moving 20-5 over Associates down here at the Boneyard for your Fortescue first grade clash of the round. Associates really got to answer back quickly now if they want to stay in this game.
Absolutely, Nick. So they've had some good restarts. Always been able to contest these balls off the restart, so I'd keep going short if I was them. They've got to get their hands back on this pill. Healy probably not one of his best. No pressure on Masson.
Not the man you want running at you.
No, just
takes
through.
3.
Yeah, wins the contact as well.
Edwards to Grant. Over the top of Tobias.
Well, McDermott straight through.
Going to be hard to catch here.
He's got
2 back.
players left and right. There's Haining. He's got some good wheels on him. He's going to cut in. Oh, he's brought down. Nice tackle from Lockie Phillips.
Really nicely done.
Pick and go from Hoskins. There's still numbers out here for Cottesloe.
Goes again.
Screaming forward out on the right. Berryman out wide. Oh,
offside.
Penalty. Jeez, is that not a cynical?
Yeah. We'll have a chat here.
So what a burst from McDermott. It was the old bounce pass, and McDermott just put the jets on, and off he went, and was able to set up Al Haining on his inside. And it was a desperate cover tackle from Lockie Phillips that got him in the end.
As you see here, the breakaway, charging his way all the way down the field, McDermott. One good pass inside, tied him up.
Just needed the offload there. He had players around him, but it was a great cover tackle. But I'll tell you what, they were queuing up on the right there, Nick. Berryman in particular, he set himself out on the right-hand side.
No stranger to being out on the wing,
He was
Berryman.
seagulling, mate, looking for a pie.
We saw it a couple of weeks ago. I've seen it for many years playing with Berryman. He's no stranger to standing on the wing with that 2 jersey on his back.
I'll tell you what, a try there to Cottesloe would have really sealed the game for him. Would have been hard to peg him back from there. So referee's just going to have a chat here to
24. That'll be
number 24 for Associates.
Should be Robbie Ingram.
Yep, the fullback.
I thought his tackle was reasonably fair, his first up tackle.
Yeah, no, it was fine. He had to jockey in defence there and wait for his cover defence to come for him.
Yeah.
Make Al Haining make a decision. As far as that goes, as a fullback, you either want to rush up and shut that break down as quick as possible, but that time Ingram was quite deep at 15. He was very deep, so he had to sort of jockey and wait for his defence to get to him. So, especially with so many Cottesloe players streaming through after the break there. So they're able to tidy up, and certainly Lockie Phillips really had to motor to help him out.
I suppose the only 2 positives here, if you're looking from Associates, the tackle by Robbie Ingram actually has hurt McDermott. He's still down on the bottom left of screen, as you see there.
He's done his ankle, I think.
And also Haining after his carry.
Yep.
He's up and about now, though.
Yep.
So staying on.
Cottesloe don't want to lose him.
No.
He's key, Haining. He is such a terrific player. He can really spark things up. And McDermott, a couple of nice little touches from him this afternoon.
Scrum called by Cottesloe. They'll be really to attack
absolutely.
here. Could see a card. If they can push this one over, we might be looking under the post on a card.
Yep, you've got to hold this one in and go for broke here, this Cottesloe forward pack. Want to grind this out as long as you can. Really put the nails in the coffin.
It's a good platform. Soaks with an early shove, though.
And sideways at the moment, and here it goes now. Bit untidy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just backwards and forwards off the side. Soaks nearly got the upper hand on that one, though.
Yeah, it was a good hit. They chased up.
Do they have 2?
Maybe they've got a little bit lower on the contact side of things. That might be helping things out a bit. Wouldn't be surprised if Cott start to use their bench as well. They've got a couple of fresh reserves over there. I think Big Wonga, Reggie Wonga, I think she normally starts for him up front. So he could be interesting in injecting his big frame into this game.
Another early platform. Soaks holding the scrum pressure really well, but now Cott start to go around the side. Advantage comes out. Ball spilled out. Edwards clashes with Sheriff, goes himself. Edwards has got 2.
Oh, he's gone on there for a double. Rory Edwards, he nearly ran into Mark Sheriff. Mark had the duck and weave and hit the deck. And Rory Edwards, the hit and spin, he was able to get himself over the try line. So Cottesloe extends their lead.
25-5.
Yep, we thought they might have gone for the pushover scrum that time, but the ball just spilled out and Rory Edwards just jumped on it.
Good heads-up play.
And good little bit of footwork from him.
As we see here, just managing to slip out of the tackle from Harwick.
Yeah, and Michael Harwick would be disappointed with himself missing him there. It's just bread and butter for your open side flanker to gobble that 9 up.
Especially he split wide and he allowed Edwards to actually cut back on the inside. If you're breaking off a scrum, you can't let the halfback cut inside you there.
Over-tracked.
Yeah.
Over-tracked.
So simple kick in front.
Yeah, Rory Edwards, he's got a double and
good use of the bench. You said it was a battle of the coaches today once again.
Yeah.
That's a handy little replacement. Moves the score 27-5 after the successful kick.
Yeah, so Cottesloe now pulling away, back-to-back tries.
Showing some real dominance here. Associates not without their own chances, just can't manage to hold on to the pill, can't give away the error.
Yeah, they're looking a little bit out of nick to me. Their fitness could be better, Associates. Whereas Cottesloe look like they've got plenty left in the tank as they go short this time.
As Cott secure the ball, try scorer Edwards feeding out.
It's either Eremire or Wonga at that carry, I think. The replacements come on. Oh, there's a spill. That's another new body, I think. Number 1.
Number 1. Full grab.
Yep. So Fulgrave's on there. He spilled his first touch of the ball. And I think Eremire might be on there as well with the headgear at hooker. So Berryman's had a bit of a break. The big Kaiser Reedy, he had a great first half. Good 60 minutes from him. Certainly laid a good foundation for the tight 5 this afternoon for Cottesloe. Kaiser Reedy. Young Reggie Churchwood still out there in jersey number 3.
See how the new front row goes for Cott.
Yeah, a little bit untidy.
Yeah, just down on the far side a little bit there. Mark will see that one again. Yeah, just asking for a little bit more stability, a little bit more stable before we get the ball in here.
So, bit of a size and height difference there too. You've got a Reggie Churchwood who's 6'4", 6'5". His tight head props now a little bit shorter and stockier. Certainly smaller than Reedy.
Better start this time.
Oh,
big
good
shove,
shove.
Cottesloe. Ball comes out though. Phillips feeding through. Ooh, big hit. Barire. Nice to see him with a clean run of the ball. Coming short side again to Farley. Just rolling around in contact there. Hyde. Securing ball, Phillips working up to the 22 Associates now. Healy goes deep. Weird option, Barire.
Oh, nice pick up.
Associates just need to resettle. And once again,
Turnover.
Cottesloe come back up with the ball.
Yeah, that man Masson again with the turnover.
Just got to piece together phases a little bit better than this Cottesloe.
And another turnover. Sykes back with it now.
They'll take that. Advantage coming their way as well now. Oh, very lucky there to have the advantage. And it's just for chat. Mark Sheriff not happy with the behaviour of the Cottesloe line.
Poor Chat.
I don't think I've ever seen advantage for chat out on the park, but I'm going to take it all day.
Yeah, penalised for whining.
Yeah. Good to see, though. We want a clean game here at Broome Street. Not good as well. Vannery down on the far side.
That's a pretty ordinary kick for the touch, I must say.
Yeah, we'll have time off. Injury down.
He's kicked that straight across the field there. He could have popped that one into the corner.
Could have been an absolutely beautiful look at a pushover try again.
Yeah, you need to expect more from your first grade 10 than just being able to just kick it straight across the field like that. It needs to go into the corner 5 metres out, especially for a class outfit like Associates. They have very high standards down here at Soaks. They'd expect nothing less than to make the semi-finals this year for their first grade.
No, not at all. They're always finals hunting. Certainly a few good oppositions out there this year in the Fortescue Premier Grade Division, though.
Yeah, with only one round of competition, this competition's wide open at the moment. There's probably 6 or 7 sides that are all going to be contesting for that top 4 spot. UWA have 3 from 3 at the moment. Palmyra are unlucky to go down to Cottesloe last week. I think they'll be thereabouts at the end of the season, and Nedlands at the moment are 3 from 3 as well. So
lots of people fighting for the top. Advantage is out here for Associates as well, just taken in the air. Yeah, we'll have the penalty. So another chance to get closer.
Yeah, let's hope they put
the
this
5
one.
metre.
Let's hope they put this one in the corner, Nick.
Watch it be dead in goal.
That's all right. It's safety.
Yeah, Healy not biting off more than he can chew.
Yeah, definitely not. He's still about a good 10 metres out there.
Doesn't want his forwards to have an easy day in the office, that's for sure. Maybe he thinks they owe him something.
Right,
You
well,
don't give me clean ball, you've got to have a 10-metre pushover try from here.
what can Soaks do here? Can they rally a bit of a recovery here? There's only 13 minutes left on the clock. They set their more.
Rivera brings it down. Splits off into 2. Soak's still got it at the front there.
Yeah, here they go. They're rumbling up now.
Dean Blue got to be careful side. Yeah, get him
him.
out of there, Sheriff. Oh, it's a
go.
try. He's
Yeah.
got all the way through the back.
Yep. Masabaka, I think that was. It got the chocolates that time. Just
I think so. Just split off around blindside.
Yep. There was a
Managed to
good,
get free.
good little maul there. They had a couple of goes at it. They went to the right, and then they just about to splinter back to the left. So Masabaka gets the 5-pointer for Associates. Gets them back into this game. They're not done with yet, the Soaks.
Really need this kick, though. 27-10, still a large mountain to climb.
And Cottesloe, just probably Ryan Westerwade, probably a little bit disappointed with his front rowers that he's just put on the field. They're probably not doing the job for him just at the moment that he probably would expect from him. Giving away a couple of soft penalties. The scrum's probably a little bit untidy. Certainly that defence of those couple of line-outs then was a little bit untidy as well. So just probably Tobias Hoskins just got to have a bit of a chat to his troops. Say to them, come on boys, we've got to dig deep for these last 12 minutes and really dig it out as the kick
Off the post.
hits the post. We love a kick off the post. If at least once a game, you can guarantee there'll be a kick that hits the post, Nick. You can guarantee it. So 27 points to 10. Cottesloe with a good lead here at the moment, 17-point lead. Associates are going to have to score 3 or more times.
Going to have to get up the ground really quickly off this restart.
So Young will probably go deep here, I'd say.
Correct you are. Not his biggest kick.
Oh,
Oh,
lucky
Phillips.
let the ball bounce.
What are you doing there, son?
And he recovers well, though.
Yeah, but there's going to be hard work now. Clean out. Little too good from Soaks.
Like to see him keep the ball in hand there. That's probably not the option I'd be wanting them to do as a coach. You've got to have a crack. You're chasing the scoreboard here.
Even the kick back to this side of the corner. No one was home.
Yep. I'd be trying to run it as much as I can, as often as I can now with ball in hand. Try and jag a couple of quick tries. Try and turn this game around.
Come on, Emmy.
Time on.
So again, we'll see a Cottesloe short line out. Back row in the midfield again. So the tried and trusted pattern. Off the top and off they go.
Come on,
Edwards
Emmy.
feeds Young really nicely. Crashing up the middle.
Emmy, it's you, bro. Jason, give it to him.
Edwards pop ball around the back.
Oh, Churchwood coming around the corner. Big contact.
Jimmy for the highlight reel.
Numbers on the right. Oh, a little kick in
Jabbing
behind,
kick.
little space. Bit of space there. It's going to sit up.
Just into
Beats him
touch.
into touch. Nice little play from Young there. Saw that the Soaks defence had rushed up, so just put one in behind for his wingers. So big Reggie Churchill coming around the corner there. Big contact.
Soaks front ball. Free kick.
Across the line, jumping across.
Yeah,
I'd say.
just closing the gap there.
Again, they're going to go to touchline here. It's a short arm, so Cott's going to get the throw.
And we're in the exact same position, 40 metres.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind a quick tap there and have it, throw it around, have a crack. 10 minutes left on the clock. You've got to score 3 times.
Get the boneyard up and excited. Get them behind you so you can score 3 in a row.
Yep. Associates always been renowned for throwing the ball around and having a good old crack, especially in the backs. Short line out again. Cott. No,
that's a balk.
Yeah, no. That's a mess.
That's silly. And where's he running with the ball, the hooker?
I don't know.
Ball down.
I'm just going to run down the sideline. Yeah, we'll have a full arm. It's a good call by Sheriff.
I don't think that hooker knows what's going on. Your headgear might be a bit too tight.
Berryman shaking his head on the sideline.
Of course, he's
telling him to settle.
His throws were perfect today, weren't they? All right, so Associates now back on the attack. They need to pull something out here.
2 big men centre field if they can get this one off the top. Front. Goes long. Luckily taken there by Rivera. Crashing run up the middle is Healy. Now forwards, looping around the right. This is a good little look. Got to get over the top, a little bit isolated. Quick ball. Straight up the middle there is fine. Rivera. To Feely on the short side. Couldn't get the ball away to Hyde. Just lost forward in contact again. Associates throwing away another good opportunity inside the 22. Throwing away, close to not throw away a penalty there as well. So Associates, just nothing coming to hand once they're entering the 22 once again.
And again, just off the phase, they're just too flat and flat-footed. No one's moving onto the ball. No one's latching onto anyone. No one's punching through that contact zone, winning the contact like we've seen from Cottesloe this afternoon. The Cottesloe back row, when they've hit the ball, they've always got through that contact zone and won the contact. So Associates haven't been able to do that. Just been a little bit lethargic for me as far as their combativeness.
Going through the motions, not really sure what to do once they get on a roll. They're not really sure what they want to do with the ball.
Yeah, they're sort of waiting for someone to do the work for them rather than actually just playing as a team and working together. So Cottesloe, Rory Edwards.
This one easy.
Oh, they're
Keep it in as well.
Driving this one up. Nasson.
Oops, Sheriff on his backside.
Yeah. I think Nasson palmed him off then.
Yeah.
Got the lime green confused with the green and the yellow.
He's a tough boy though, Mark. That won't phase him.
Mark Sheriff has been known to play a few games down here at Associates. He played a bit of juniors down here and played a bit of Colts.
Fair bit of Colts, up in 2s as well.
Yep. And then is now concentrating on his refereeing, and he's done a pretty good job this afternoon.
Accounted in his spare time as well.
Man of many talents.
As always, Mark will tell you though, rugby comes first. Edwards with the feet to the scrum. Similar story, easy win for Cott, keeping this one in. Popped up now.
Yep. Oh, really? No, I would have penalised them.
It's a good little case they're making there, Sanu. He's saying that's coming across. They're pushing me across to pop me up. I think Mark.
Very hard to argue when you're backpedaling though.
Yeah, and you popped out of the, you're the only one up in the air.
Yeah. Been a lot of pressure all afternoon, the Soak scrum. Cottesloe have laid a good foundation through their tight 5. You've got a good workhorse like Huppets, who's just worked tirelessly all afternoon. His performance can't be underestimated about his value around the field, just tidying up and doing the tight stuff.
Ball's out, play on.
They go to the sideline. It's a nice bit of purchase on that one from Young. Takes play towards halfway. So we're in the dying moments of this Fortescue Premier Grade match of the day down here at Allen Park, Swanbourne, for the Battle of Broome Street. At the moment, Cottesloe looks like getting the chocolates this afternoon.
It's been a fantastic afternoon of rugby. Cottesloe winning the third grade, Associates winning seconds. Cop well on top here with not long to go. Allen Field, also known as the Boneyard here for the Soaks. Absolutely packed full of supporters here for Ladies' Day and the Battle of Broome Street. Couple thousand in. Really great to see community rugby back at this level.
Absolutely. There's people all around the ground this afternoon. It's been a pretty good day. They've had juniors playing down here in the morning as Soaks with the ball again. Long wayward pass out to the midfield.
Sanu wrapping up the entire back line from Cop. Flat ball to Farley. Really good run, moving his way to the 10. Maybe a spark coming here. Just got to get stripped again.
Stripped him. And off he goes. Counter-attack from Cottesloe now.
Placement hooker. Oh, big hit. Sanu couldn't wrap him up though.
Rivera's on that.
Yeah, he's done. Oh, he's just too late to the contest there, Rivera. Hands were on the ground first, then rakes himself back in. Sheriff.
Oh, I think that's a bit unlucky. I would be a bit disappointed with that. I think he had every right to that ball and he just couldn't quite get it up.
Every right to the ball, you're not wrong there, but I think Mark's going is hit the ground first with his hands, dragged himself back in.
Yeah, well, he's got a better view of it than us.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We're under a trendy tent over the other side of the field here.
It's been cosy.
Yeah.
Nice afternoon here. Good that it hasn't rained. Been overcast all afternoon. But it's been good conditions for rugby. Hasn't been an excuse for all the knock-ons for Soaks and Cop.
They've just been a bit untidy from time to time. Associates will be a little bit disappointed with their performance this afternoon, just through some poor handling when they're not under pressure. That's the key. You can forgive the odd mistake when you've been bashed or tackled, or you're trying to push the pass under pressure. But when you've got no pressure on you and you're just coughing those balls up, there's been 2 or 3 of those this afternoon, which is not inexcusable as first grade players.
So off the top, Edwards to Young, just gets wrapped up by a shooting defence. Options left all right for Cop. Straight up the middle there, Fulgrave.
Yeah, good win of the contact again.
Nice set-up entry into the 22. Churchwood. Good hard work by him all day. Don't think he's made many errors. Cut pass, heading wide now. All the way in the corner.
Oh, Bishop.
Yeah, Bishop, just in touch.
A little bit of going on with
it. A little bit of taste. A little bit of fear.
And Kalis, I think, and nothing in that.
Just a hug.
Yeah, Bishop that time just probably needed to come back in and cut in. Tried to go to his outside shoulder of his man and got bundled into touch. Again, Soaks they're going to have to go the length here.
In the air once again.
Cottesloe have given away a few penalties at line-out time this afternoon. Probably just need to tidy that part of their game up.
I think 3 of them have come inside Soaks 22 as well. It's come from
not put the ball out again.
Probably trying to be a little bit sneaky, disrupt that defensive ball. Kick grubbering through off the back. Scooped up there by Draver. Quiet today, Draver. Ball feeds out Soaks way now. Hyde, centre field, working their way up to the halfway. Blindside's call. Ingram really tries hard to get through one.
Yeah, Hoskins all over him. Oh, best manhandle.
Not sure why he was lifted in the air in the first place, but it looked good.
Aramia just manhandling him. Doing the fireman's carry.
To Farley.
Jason Badenhorst on in jersey number 22 for
The
Cottesloe.
handling errors again. Backwards the call by Sheriff Sanu, cleaning up.
Just to beat a Sifa now. Only gets
Good
his hands
palm
on
off.
the pill.
Just going nowhere though, Soaks. Sanu standing up 2 straight, gets pushed backwards. He's not going to be happy with that. Soaks under a lot of pressure. Can't seem to build. Hoskins straight through the middle, just disrupting ball for them momentarily. Oh. Shocker as well out the back. Godwin with a lot of work to do. That's a big wall to run into. Isolated. Soaks over the top, maintaining ball.
Masson's going to get on this one.
Just cleaned out at the last second. Switch back was the look. Probably not on there for Soaks this time.
Soaks is running out of options here. Oh, Cottesloe have knocked the ball on.
Just lost forward there, Fulgrave. Was in the position to get it. Just losing it forward in contact.
And that's a story of the afternoon for Associates today. Just running out of options, a lack of direction, and really, if they're not getting that front foot ball, they've really run out of options really quickly, and just had really untidy ball at the back of their rucks as well.
Probably an average phase count of 3 to 4 today. Not good enough at Premier grade level.
Yep. It's been a tough old afternoon for both teams. Right from the get-go, Cottesloe has asserted their authority on this game up front, and that's a sign of a really good team. And I think they're cementing their favourite spot as the Premiership favourites, I reckon, for the 2020 competition.
Certainly, this puts them.
I'll put the mocker on to go back to back now.
No, they're a handy outfit. Going up against Pally last week, it was a muscling win. They were really tested there. Had to go the full 80. Certainly, we're up to the task.
The dying minutes of this Fortescue Premier Grade match of the day. Short arm penalty.
Just early.
Rivera taps and goes.
Needs support. No one's really with him. Offside. So penalty advantage.
Not 10.
That's a free kick. So I'm just going to say...
Why is that a free kick? They're not 10.
Maybe not 10. Oh. Sheriff's picked one out of the back of the law book.
We'll just take it.
Yeah, we'll take that one. I'll ask him after the game. That one's high.
That's a penalty.
So Stokes, can they get a consolation try late here? There's nothing really left on the clock. Cheers from the Cottesloe sideline here saying take the points.
Well, they could have done so. They turned some points down way back in that first half.
Would have been handy in this situation.
Would have been 10 points to 8 if they'd taken those 3 points at the time.
Changes the whole dynamic of the game. Maybe I'll come down for a clinic during the week. Take the points. 1 hour seminar.
Whereas Cottesloe have done a good job of just building the scoreboard this afternoon.
Yeah, they just kept it ticking over. They've gone quiet in the back half when everyone's a bit tired in the second half here. But I think it's more Cottesloe have just switched to defensive mode. They're not trying to gas themselves, not trying to get too many big line breaks. Just clearing kicks, just like this one here from Young. And no need to play in their 22.
You want to hope that goes out, because that could be...
Not his best kick of the afternoon, but it'll do.
It must be only minutes to go in this second half. Scoreboard clock's zeroed out, so we're now on Mark Sheriff's time.
A couple of breaks with time off early in the half with injuries.
Another sloppy ball. Masson toes it through.
Territory.
Oh, Masson for me is the man of the match today. He has had an outstanding game. He's been everywhere. He's done a mountain of work at the breakdown. His carries have been terrific. He really has been a standout for this Cottesloe outfit this afternoon.
Yeah, no, completely well-rounded performance by him this afternoon.
Yeah, Stokes with a quick line out.
I'd say Young's had a very good game as well. He's just been level-headed. He hasn't panicked at all. It's been situations where he's in his 22, in the opposition 22. Hasn't panicked once, always picking the good option.
Yep. Again, sloppy ball for Stokes.
Yeah, they need to just... Need to work on their chat here as well. The organisation's just not quite there.
What's going on here? Yellow card, too many penalties. Who's he yellow carding?
I think it's Masson. Maybe you've taken the 3 points off him there.
I've just given him the man of the match. You can't yellow card him.
You're going to have to revoke that one pretty quickly.
He still gets it.
So Masson heads to the bin. Cottesloe down to 14 men in the dying seconds of the game. Still, Cottesloe up 27-10 here in the Battle of Broome Street in your Fortescue first grade clash of the week.
You know what? If anyone deserves an early mark, it's him anyway. So, you know, go have a drink of water. Young man, you've earned it.
I think he'd be on the water beers very soon after the game.
Another line out. That's a mess as well.
Feeding. Healy. Deep. Finds Ingram.
Good tackle from Haining. Straight on that ball too.
That's unlucky. Worked his way around the corner, tried to get himself free. Sheriff saying no clear release. Cott fans not happy about it.
Yeah, I reckon that's what you call getting the rub of the green late in the game. I'm glad that this game's not tight, because, geez, there'd be uproar on that one. So that's a whole string of, that's about 5 or 6 penalties in a row now.
I've got him at 6 in a row.
Yep. So 5 metres out. Can Stokes get another 5-pointer before we finish off this afternoon?
not done with the bench yet.
Yeah, Ryan Westerway just emptying the bench now. Ben Grant leaving the field. He's had a solid game this
Really good
afternoon.
first half out of Grant. Yeah, he really helped him establish a good forward dominance as this one goes over the back. Knocked backwards. Soaks Rivera. He's been good for Soaks today. He's just been working hard the entire time. Tafali, good runs as well by him. He carries another one up, gets him inside the 5. Got to get to ground. Could have a penalty for rolling here. Ball available.
Managing it well.
Healy
right.
gives that one to Sanu. Sanu 1, 2, 3
Runs
gets
it
himself
over.
his consolation try.
Yeah, the big man just able to step out of that first tackle, and Sauni, he's had a hard day up front in the scrum, but is able to get a 5-pointer for his team on the dying stages of today's game. Cottesloe, on the other hand, well-deserved winners this afternoon. They've built the scoreboard nicely, a couple of nice tries from them. They've controlled the game, controlled the scoreboard. Associates, on the other hand, just a little bit sloppy today, a little bit untidy.
Might be a good shake-up, wake-up call for them in the coming weeks. So get down. Tuesday nights, we'll get back into fitness and actually build towards next week. Try to get back on the winners column.
Yeah, absolutely. As you say, their second grade got up today on the bell, so they've got a bit of depth here, as do Cott. But I think Cott will be very happy with themselves going 4 from 4 and getting over this Battle of Broom Street.
It's a really good-looking outfit, Cottesloe. That one over the top.
The late conversion, 27 points
to 17.
To 17 is the final score down here at Allen Park. Our Fortescue Premier Grade match of the day. Cottesloe come out winners.
They've won the Battle of the Broom Street. That one means a lot to them. We normally get to see 2 of these a year, but only one this year. So Cottesloe bragging rights for the Battle of Broom Street winners for 2020.
The only bad thing about this afternoon, now we have to listen to the Blue Because We're Blue song.
Hey, there's some original lyrics in that one. It's hard to keep up with, but Cottesloe, they're going to be proud to sing this one right in front of the Boneyard crowd here this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, and they'll be singing it nice and loud, so all these associate supporters will be able to hear them. They'll let them know about it.
Really well officiated by Mark Sheriff this afternoon. Kept a level head throughout the entire match. Managed to deal with the yellow card late, kept control of everyone. Can't really fault his performance out there. Maybe he was giving associates the rub of the green late in the game, but only led to one consolation try.
Yep, young Mark Sheriff done a good job this afternoon as well as a referee out there today. Man of the match for me, though, was Masson, the number 8 for Cottesloe. Cohen Masson, he had an outstanding game. As you say, Caleb Young did a really good job of controlling things this afternoon, steering his team around the park. And for Soaks, Al Rivera worked tirelessly all afternoon. Good job from him from the back row side of things. And, you know, young Lockie Phillips had a pretty solid game at 9, was always challenging, never gave up, had a very busy game, didn't finish the game off, but just for me, the associates' backs were a little bit untidy and just turned over too much ball this afternoon on basic errors. So, Captain Tobias Hoskins, he'll be happy with that. It was a good, solid hit out for him.
Yeah, he'll celebrate the win nicely. There was a lot of chat this week between the two captains back and forth on Instagram and through Rugby WA all week, so Tobias, he'll be really happy to come away with the win for all his boys. They'll be singing nice and loud this afternoon. Yeah,
and a double try for Rory Edwards off the bench this afternoon. A good little contribution from him as coming off the bench as number 9. So nice to see the bench of Cottesloe with that bit of depth adding value to the things for the Cottesloe outfit. So Ryan Westerway, quality coach. He's progressing with this team really nicely. Up against it. Soaks won't be done for though. They'll bounce back from this.
Always do.
They've got a good outfit here, good young players. They just need to build a bit of momentum and get over this loss today and start to build towards the next week's game.
Yeah. So as the players leave the ground now, just clapping each other off the field. As we said, 27 of 15. Cottesloe win your Fortescue Premier Grade match of the week down here at the Boneyard Associates home. Great to see about 2,000 odd fans down here. Ladies' Day for Associates. Battle of Broom Street. Cottesloe come away as the winners. Mitch, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, been great being down at Allen Park this afternoon, Nick. Thanks for your company this afternoon.
Cheers. We'll see you later, everyone.